Just about a year ago, Max Oak Bluetti sent Linda and I the AC50 for review. And we've had it, been using it all this time for the past year. My daughter Nikki is building a 6x10 cargo trailer, and she took it, and I haven't seen it since. Yep, she absconded with it. Yeah, this one. Anyways, Bluetti asked if we would like to do a review of the AC50S, the improved model, and I jumped at it because I do like the unit. So we're going to take a look at it. We're going to do a quick unboxing here, and then we'll start running some tests on it, and I'll show you how it does. Yep, still winter. First of all, I was pleasantly surprised to see that they sent their 120 watt foldable solar panel with it, and we're going to get a look at that also. In fact, well, let's start by unboxing the Bluetti itself, and then we'll get to the solar panel. Comes with the things you'd expect. Warranty, 2-year warranty. It's got a cigarette lighter adapter here. And it's got the MC4 connectors that go to the solar panel and other solar panels. You can charge it off of any solar panel as long as you can adapt it to the Bluetti. And it's got a 8mm barrel plug on this side here. And then of course it's got the wall charger. It also has a USB-C to USB-C quick charge cable. Nice fat cable, so hopefully it does a good quick charge. All right, there it is. This one. Okay, let's turn it on. Power button. And you turn the power button on whether you want to charge something or if you just want to see what the settings are. You just turn the power button on. To turn on the DC or turn on the AC, you have to push down and hold for a couple seconds. And you have to hold it to turn it off. So you can't turn it on and off accidentally. On the side here you see that it shows your battery condition in 20% increments. And then of course it shows your AC wattage going out, it shows your DC wattage going out, and it shows how many watts you have coming in. This is a very nice display. Now for DC, it's got the your USB ports over here and 2 more USB ports over here. And it's got your USB-C over here, and these are quick charge ports. And you've got your 2 110 volt, they says 100 to 120 volt AC outlet. These are 300 watt, and they have a peak of 450 watts. And it's got 2 3 amp 12 volt accessory plugs up here. And then of course the thing about the Bluetti AC50S is now the 12 volt accessory plug up here is regulated, so it will hold 12.2 volts, something like that, the whole time that you're using it, and it'll hold that right until the very end when the battery finally runs out of juice, and then it'll fall off, so it doesn't trickle down slowly as you're using it. So you're going to be able to run your refrigerators with this, your CPAP, your laptop, whatever you need to off of this plug over here just fine. On top is a wireless charger, and it puts out 10 watts. On the back, it's got a really nice light on it, and this is a really bright one, and it's a floodlight. And the thing I like about this one is it's a soft white. It's not that cold blue-white light. This is a nice white, soft white, like you'd get from your regular bulbs in your house. So it's very nice in the camp, very nice in a tent, very nice in our trailer too. We always liked this light the best. It has a 500 watt hour lithium ion battery in it, and it's good for 1,000 cycles. Now at the end of 1,000 cycles, it's not dead. It just means that you've taken the top 20% off the battery. You still have 80% left, so it'll go for years after that. There was a miscommunication a while back from another YouTuber that said at 1,000 cycles the thing dies. It does not. It keeps on going. It's just not quite as, doesn't have quite the capacity that it had when it was brand new. Let's take a look at that 120 watt panel that they sent. I'm anxious to see what that looks like. All right. These would be the fold down supports for when you're propping it up. And it's got nice and short straps in here, so it always folds up without these being in the way. It's got two buckles on it that I need to figure out how to undo. Oh, you don't squeeze the sides of these sides like you do normally. You push back here and then it comes undone. That's different. Okay, the way it folds up is it folds up in half and then in half again. I'm not going to be able to show you this whole thing on camera here. Almost, if I kind of curve it around. It says that the surface here, or this, is laminated for strength, and this is also designed to have the dust wiped off it easily with a cloth. So out in the dirt and stuff, you'll be able to keep it clean. It's got a water-resistant zipper. As for being waterproof, I read up on it, and it says it's not waterproof, and they don't recommend soaking it. It uses the term "do not soak it." I think in a light rain this would probably be okay, but in any rain I'd be sure to take my portable panel in, no matter what the brand, I think. And in here is the MC4 connectors and the cable right here. Yeah, let's test this thing. Well, I'm not out in the Sonoran desert, but I've got sunshine for doing this test. Nice and bright. This ought to work. There's actually 4 of these supports on here. So that ought to make this stand up pretty even, rather than being wavy like this on 2 supports. It's got 4. That's nice. It's nice that the cables are kept in a pocket like this. That way they're always handy. Hey, while we're at it, let's see how long this cable is. It's got to be 15 feet anyway. Okay, the input is on the back. Right here. Now this is a 120 watt panel. Most of these folding panels that I've seen anyway have been 100, so this has got an extra 20 watts on it, and it folds up the smallest of any panel that I have. So that's good. Now what I want to try to do is pointing this in various directions and see what kind of a wattage reading we can get. Looks to me like it's just about directly at the sun right now. And let's see here. Well, it's putting out 120 watts. 121 watts. I don't think pointing it in different directions is going to do much. Now, you see what I mean about the 4 supports? And that holds everything really evenly. So now we'll take it in and just see how fast it charges off the wall charger. Now at a 500 watt capacity and 120 watts, what's it going to charge in? 4 hours? I think so. About 4 hours, 4.5 hours. That's pretty fast, especially if you're camping. That means that every day this will keep up with your refrigerator, your laptop, whatever you need. Putting this away is folding it in half and then folding it in half again. That's it. Right like that. And then it does have the grommets in the corner, so you can tie this to a bush, tie it to a tree, tie it to the side of your car, whatever you need. And comparing this to my Renogy suitcase model, 100 watt suitcase model, which weighs a ton, it's bulky, and it's hard to handle. I don't even use it anymore. Look at this, 120 watts. Pretty handy. Whew. Hey Linda, this panel was putting out 121 watts. Well, right now I'm in awe that this was putting out 100% plus of its rated capacity. So for you electronic geniuses out there, tell me something. Does the cold weather help a solar panel put out more? Or does the cold weather make a solar panel put out less? And another thing that might have contributed to the amount of wattage that this was putting out just now could have been all the snow in the foreground reflecting that light. I'm pretty sure that's got something to do with it. But that was pretty impressive. So now, let's see how this charges off of its wall charger. Okay, you can hear the fan on. And it looks like it's putting out 85 watts. So charging off the wall charger, like the manual says, probably takes about 6 or 7 hours to charge it. Okay, we're in the car and the car is running. Don't ever try to charge one of these when your car isn't running, or you just run your battery down on your car and then you'll really be in trouble. Okay, so plugged into the car charger here, just with the cigarette lighter cord, and at 111 watts, this is actually doing really well. Now the original Bluetti wouldn't charge at that kind of wattage, and you could only charge them partially on your car. And the reason for that was because it took like 14.8 volts to get this to charge. Now on the new ones, they've lowered that down to 12 volts, and you can see it's charging very well off the car charger, even faster than it is off the wall charger in the house. Next thing I want to do is get this fully charged. I want to hook it up to my refrigerator, and we'll just see how it runs that 12 volt compressor refrigerator. Because we all know, it's about the ice cream, the beer, and the ribeye steaks. And I'm currently running the test on an IceCo JP50. And that's a 12 volt compressor style refrigerator. Just like your home refrigerator, except it runs on 12 volts. To start this test, let me tell you, once again, the refrigerator has been pre-cooled down to 34 degrees. There's water jugs inside of it that are also at 34 degrees. So it's all normalized. And we're starting out here. The refrigerator's on eco mode, currently drawing about 38 watts. And we'll just see how long this goes. Okay, running this IceCo JP50, I got 53.5 hours. 53.5 hours. Well, you have to keep in mind that my refrigerator was sitting at an ambient temperature of 70 degrees. And if you're using it in hotter weather, then you're not going to get near that kind of runtime. And also, I never opened the refrigerator. And if you're camping, you know you're going to be in and out of that refrigerator a dozen times a day at least. So that's going to lower how much time this will run it also. But it did really well. Okay, now we're going to run an efficiency test on the Bluetti AC50S. And we'll see how many watts we can draw out of it. I've got a little warming tray here, and it draws about 90 watts, I guess. Okay, we got 500 watts available. Bluetti reserves 10%. You can only draw it down 90%, so it protects the lithium battery. So we have basically 450 watts available. Of that, it takes some to run the cooling fan, which will come on and off, and also some to run the inverter, because we're running off the 110 AC side here. So in a few hours, we'll see how this does. Okay, that test went really well. Got something over 410 watt hours out of it. And that comes out to be about 92% efficiency. That's really good. Another thing people wonder about is pass-through charging. And that's when you're charging it, can you also be using it? Bluetti says you can, but they suggest that you don't. And the reason for that is they want to protect the lithium battery inside from overheating. But here's a thought on that. If you're just using the DC ports that don't draw very much, then I think the pass-through charging is okay. That wouldn't apply to a computer that uses a lot of juice, or a laptop like mine that draws 135 watts. That would cause this to overheat. But if you're just doing, watching a video or something like that, that's probably not going to overtax this. You wouldn't want to use the 110 ports maybe for something momentary, like running a drill or something. That would be all right. But you got to, you paid the money for this. Now you want to baby it. So that's why pass-through charging isn't suggested. Except for one thing. Don't forget your refrigerator only comes on for a while and then goes off again. And you can have this charging on solar and still be running your refrigerator. I think you'd be just fine. Now, they refer to these as solar generators, solar chargers, and just recently they started calling them portable power stations, which is more correct. But the reason they keep using the word solar is because they really do charge best off a solar panel. So I think that's why they keep slipping that word in there. Well, good things about this, it's at 500 watts, it's kind of in the middle of these hand-carryable type of solar chargers. You see them like this up to like 1,000 watts. And then beyond that, they start getting really big. I mean, physically big. So this is a real handy one. And with the solar panel that you buy with it, the Bluetti 120 watt solar panel, this might be all that you need. I know that I could get along just fine using just this. So this might work for you too, especially if you're traveling in a van or a small trailer, or you just need some additional power, some backup. This would work out very well. So I already have the original, the AC50, and it didn't have the regulated 12-volt supply over here. And it wouldn't charge off your car very well because it wouldn't accept that 12 volts. It needed 14.8. Now this one does charge off your car. So I don't really have any negatives about this because I've already been using one for the last year. So it is what it is. I think it's a great little unit. I think Bluettis are well made. The company has a lot of great products. So yeah, I think it's a good unit. For current pricing on the Bluetti AC50S and on the 120 watt solar panel, check the link in the video description down below. Right now on Amazon, when you buy these two together, you save $60. And as of today, there's another $70 coupon off on that too. So you get quite a deal. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and see you around.